Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Pageant Mag Philippines live chat. Yours truly, Francois is your pageant correspondent. So I'll be alone on this live chat for this episode, and please do note as well that we are live simultaneously on Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. And if you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification. And also follow and like our Facebook page for more pageant updates. We are also we are also on Instagram and TikTok. So please follow us on all our social media platforms. Now, if you have any questions later, please don't hesitate to drop your questions down at the comment section. All right, I believe that you are now very excited for our guest. So, without further ado, ayan, nabubulol na ako dahil sobrang excitement. So, without further ado, I actually our esteemed guest tonight doesn't need any introduction. She doesn't need any introduction basically because we've been seeing her on television. She has been an active actress since 2010, and um, we have seen her in various TV series. But despite her busy schedules in entertainment industry, she was able to complete her degree at the Ateneo de Manila University. O, di ba? Whew, medyo na ano ako doon. So, without further ado, guys, please welcome Miss World Philippines 2021 candidate from Taguig City. A virtual applause for Emmanuelle Vera.
Hi, Francois. Good
Hello,
evening.
hello,
Hello
good
to all
evening.
the viewers on the Pageant Mag page. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And once again, I am encouraging everyone to please comment down your questions at the comment section. All right. So, how are you, Eman? Yeah, is it
Hi,
right?
I'm
Is it
good.
right that I'm
Yeah,
calling you
Iman.
Eman? Mm-hmm. All right,
Yes, that's fine.
Eman. So, Eman, you've been very active in television back then. I don't know what happened because recently I haven't seen you anymore in ABS-CBN. But what I have
Mhm.
heard, you transferred to another TV station, which is GMA, right? So,
Well, not necessarily. I didn't naman transfer. I think I just became freelance. So I
mm-mm.
work with both networks at the same time. My last project with a network was actually ABS-CBN's I Want.
Oh, what was it?
So yeah, I still work with both networks naman.
Oh, that's nice to hear, ha? Kasi ang sabi nila,
Yeah.
you're already with GMA. I thought it was exclusive.
No, no,
Hmm.
I'm happily working and maintaining good relationships with both
Yeah,
networks.
that's nice. So, Eman, that's only what we know about you. Can you tell us more about you then? Mhm.
Hmm. So acting is, yes, it's a part of my life. It's actually a very big part of my life. But
Mhm.
what really got me started was music.
Mhm.
I never really dreamed of being a celebrity. I just wanted to sing since I was young. And one thing led to another. Syempre, I auditioned with Star Magic as a singer, but they decided to cast me in a television series for my first project. So, and I was also, even before acting, I was
Oh.
dancing. So that was, yeah, that was really what I was doing with my life. I was more into the musical
Mm-mm.
scene than acting. And then eventually, it one thing led to another and I became an actress. And also, oh no, my sound. Okay, lots of comments are saying that my sound is not good.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me see what I can do about that. Is that better, guys?
Oh, just
Can
the
you hear me
same.
better?
Just the same.
It's just the same?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
There's actually a noise on it when you were talking, when you're speaking.
Mm. Okay, that's a problem.
Mm-mm.
Paayos daw ng sound. Sige. Gagawa ko ng paraan.
Just one moment, guys.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right, Emma.
Okay. No, I want this to be a good interview, so I'll
Ah.
find a way. Okay. Teka lang nga, guys. Pause. Break muna. Saglit
Sige.
lang po.
So, magbe-break muna tayo, guys. Okay?
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Sound check. Sound check. Check. Is this better?
Oh, just the same. Parang ganun pa rin parang kanina.
Okay. Kasi yung headphones ko patay. Can you describe to me yung sound? Can you understand naman what I'm saying or no?
We definitely understand what you're saying. Pero yun lang siguro sa... Parang kapag ka nagsasalita ka, ganyan, may sumasabay na sound. Parang electro, parang ganon.
Parang robot.
Ayan! Perfect na yan. Oo.
Better? Okay. Yay!
Oo.
Yay!
Ayan.
Kinabahan
Ayan.
naman ako. Akala ko hindi
Ayan.
matutuloy.
Okay na.
Perfect.
Ayan.
Thank you.
Ayan. So, yeah, let's go back. So, what you were saying a while ago is that you were starting to say something about yourself, right?
Oh, okay. I
Mm.
was telling you guys about how I really started out as a musician, and yun lang talaga yung gusto ko sa buhay, is to sing, to write my songs, and to share them with people. Pero one thing led to another. Naging actress na rin ako, and I started hosting. And, parang siguro sa personality ko lang talaga is that I love exploring different fields and diversifying my interests. So I tried so many different things. Hosting. I mentioned earlier that I've been a dancer since I was young as well. Songwriting. I got into writing for college. Sa Ateneo po, I studied creative writing. And then I also took up sustainability management in Enderan. And this for me was more personal. It was really an advocacy that I care about, which is sustainability or the environment. So ayun. And now
So-
I am a baker extraordinaire.
So the course that you've taken in Enderan is another degree or a short course?
No, so I don't know where the information came from, but unfortunately I wasn't able to finish in Ateneo. I had to move as the schedule was not flexible. So kaya ako nawawala-wala from the industry is because I really had to focus on my studies. So yeah, I wasn't necessarily able to finish in Ateneo, so I did move to Enderan, who is more flexible.
Oh, I see, I see. So
Yeah.
there you go. At least you're clarified for that, diba? Kasi
Yeah.
that's really very true, no? It's really hard to uh yung parang pagsabayin yung education at the same time yung career. Mm.
But you should never
Ayun,
sacrifice your education.
education. Oo. So nakikita na namin ngayon yung importance, yung essence of education in you
Oh,
because
thank you.
you've chosen to finish your education instead of pursuing the well the fancy career that you could actually get, diba?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
So yun. Actually, Iman, I've prepared a game in here. So this is in a way for us to get to know more about you.
Oh,
And yeah,
fun.
I definitely know that you've already played this game. So we'll just try to to simplify it, modify it as much as we can. Okay.
Okay. Woo.
Hmm. All right. So it's actually have you ever game? So I'm pretty sure you've already played this one, right?
Yep. Yep.
So there you go. Let's start with
Okay.
have you ever had eaten first before praying? I know that you are
Yeah.
a religious family, so did
Oh
it
my
ever
God.
happen?
Lagi. Na parang, oh, oops. Thank you, Lord.
Ano yung reason kung bakit parang napapauna kang kumain instead of thanking the Lord for the
Oh my
food that you have?
gosh. Sa gutom.
Mm,
Sobra. Or if
mm.
masarap yung food, yung parang, you can't stop
Excitement.
yourself.
Due to excitement and of course the
Yes.
gutom. Oo.
Mhm.
Um, next, have you ever had left home without parents' permission?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, very strict kasi yung parents namin sa amin.
Mhm.
So, me and my sister, in the middle of the night, parang nag
Oo.
escape kami sa bahay. Parang we would sneak out and then we would go to, sabi ng tao, may pa-quiz bee daw. We would go to 7-Eleven. Pumunta kami ng
Oo.
7-Eleven, bumibili kami ng marshmallow, tapos naglalaro kami ng Chubby Bunny. Alam mo yung
Mm-mm.
game na yon, Chubby Bunny? Tapos
Yeah.
Diyos ko Lord, mga 12 midnight na to, dalawang bata sa 7-Eleven nag-chubby bunny. Akala namin ang cool-cool namin. So yes, I have snuck out before.
Okay, next is have you ever had wished to be a boy?
Yes. Simply because
Why?
it feels as if it's so much easier to be a guy. Like, hindi na kailangan mag-ayos. Syempre, hindi na kailangan
Mm-mm.
pagdaanan yung mga hormonal changes monthly. So
Oo,
yeah,
oo, that's
it's
right.
easier to be a boy, but also it's a blessing to be a woman. You know, we carry children. So
Wow. 'Di ba? Ay, nagsisimula na. Now, have you ever had a crush on someone while in a relationship?
yes, but this is where self-control comes into the picture. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
hindi mo minsan maiiwasan na, oy, nakakitan ka sa tao, pero when you're committed to someone, yun na talaga eh. So you have to, you know, put a guard around yourself, put boundaries, and remind yourself na, okay lang magka-crush, but hanggang dun lang.
Does he, does he know about it?
Yeah, I'm very honest about it.
Ay,
Super.
talaga? Nakakatuwa,
Uh-uh.
no? Oo, di
Uh-huh.
ba? So, eto next. Have you ever had worn your sister's dress?
Ay, oo.
This is
Tapos
very common.
yung pag mahuhuli ka, sasabihin mo na lang, ay, hindi ko kasi alam na sa'yo yan. Akala ko akin. Sorry sorry. Nagawa ka ng excuse.
But this is really very common in a family, in siblings,
Among
right?
sisters,
Mm-mm.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, have you ever had regretted that you had taken a different degree than what you have completed?
Not naman regret, but I always have wondered, what if I just decided to take up music talaga? What if
Mm-mm.
yun yung naging focus ng education ko as well? But
Mm-mm.
no regrets because I like the fact that I was able to learn about so many different subjects, even though they're not all applicable to work right now. At least, it helped me
Mm-mm.
become well rounded.
Tawa ako sa comment.
Ako din!
Have you ever had fallen in love with your best friend?
Yes, I
Ah,
have.
talaga? When
Yeah.
was that?
This was in 2014 ata? No, 2011. Tagal na. But we're still friends.
Nice ha. Pero you were friends muna. You were friends muna before you even
Yes.
before you
Parang
came
siyang,
into intimate relationship.
hindi naging kami.
Oh,
It
talaga?
was, yeah, unrequited love. Wow. And then I never told him how I felt because also I valued we were like parang naging family sila sa amin and my parents treated them as if they were their children. So, hindi ko na sinira yung friendship for that.
Mm. Ayan, oh, maraming nakaka-relate sa'yo.
This is iced tea, guys. I'm having iced tea. May nagtanong ano yung drinks ko.
Yeah. And eto, I think naging very controversial to. Have you ever had eaten a chicken intestine or isaw?
Oh, syempre. Syempre.
Ha?
Sarap kaya. Chicken
'Di ba?
isaw.
Saan? Sa kanto-kanto?
Ay, hindi. Sa bahay lang ng friend. And first
Oo.
time ko siya matikman and sabi ko, wow, why was I scared of this before? Sobrang sarap pala niya.
What about yung Betamax sabi nila?
Betamax, yun yung hindi ko kaya.
Bakit?
Feeling ko malakas yung lasa.
Oh,
Like,
hindi.
hindi
You
ba?
should try that. You should try that. Oh, ang sarap niya kapag sinawsaw mo sa suka na
Okay.
matamis na maasim.
Next on my bucket list,
Mm.
Betamax.
Yes, Betamax. Masarap ang Betamax. Ayan. What do we have next? Have you ever had too much fun at a party?
Yes, in my dark days. I have. I
Talaga?
have.
Hmm. Ayun.
Mahilig kasi ako sumayaw. So,
Okay. Perhaps this is the... Oh, eto na. Have you ever had tried cutting classes?
parang no. Ay, hindi. Good student ako kapag necessary lang talaga. Pag like, kung may work or something. Pero may time na nasa dean's list ako. So, ang
Mm.
ang ano niyan is unlimited cuts. Yung
Oo.
perk of being a dean's lister was unlimited cuts. So ako, pag hindi ko na, for example, like management information systems, yung mga class na sobrang hindi ko kailangan sa buhay, like the inner workings of a computer, kinakat ko na lang.
Mga electives, mga ganyan.
Oo.
Well, di ba normally ganun naman kapag electives or seminar yung classes, di ba? Do you have that kind of courses sa Enderon, mga ganyan? Mga elective courses?
Meron naman. Yeah, but
Mm-mm.
mostly kasi yung GE courses, yung mga required courses na sobrang walang connect sa talagang curriculum mo. Parang
Oo.
napapaisip ka talaga na, why is this required?
That's right. I can definitely relate to that.
I think we all
And,
can.
oo. Have you ever been to a place without cash and card on your pocket or wallet?
Yes! Well, actually, lagi yun.
How
Because I
did you
try to
survive?
control. Madali lang. I mean, I control my spending by not bringing money. And yung phone ko lang. Like, for example, if emergency talaga, you can just like bring out your GCash or yung mga e-wallets mo. Pero if hindi
Oo.
need, I really try not to bring around any means
Oo.
of spending para
By the way, I'm sorry
makaipon.
guys ha. By the way guys, I'm sorry if I keep on wiping my eyes kasi kailangan naka-glasses ako. Wala akong glasses ngayon.
Oh no!
Ayun. Ayun. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I cut you ha.
No, that's
Medyo na
fine.
lang. So, yun na nga naman ang tawag dito. That's really very common to us no na nangyayari. And yung sinasabi mo kanina na you are really trying to control parang it's a form of self-control din yan sa when it comes to spending money, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Spend wise,
Yes.
'di ba? Ayun. So, I think we were able to get to know her well, 'di ba? Dun sa mga have you ever natin. I think that already helped us to know Iman well, a bit, right? So, Iman, I believe that there are questions coming in. However, let me start the question with this one. Okay,
Okay.
are you ready?
Yes.
So here we go.
Hi, Eman. This is my question. Do beauty pageants cause eating disorders? Why or why not?
So there you go. Does beauty pageant causing eating disorders,
That is
anorexia?
a
Yeah.
very good question.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that eating disorders can be caused by a wide variety of reasons, and that we can't
Mm-hmm.
single out pageantry as the sole causer of eating disorders. I feel as if
Mm-hmm.
it depends on, society in general is
Mm-hmm.
what causes eating disorders, especially the media and how every single girl that they post or that they publish is either airbrushed, photoshopped, or just unrealistic beauty standards are being pushed
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And it's not just pageantry, because I've seen over the years pageantry grow to accept women of different shapes and sizes, women of different heights, different colors. There's no formula for a pageant, for a beauty queen.
Mm-hmm.
Sobrang wide ng variety ng beauty queens, diba? So I don't think that pageantry would be the sole or even one of the biggest stressors on one's the way they perceive their bodies. So society in general, and I believe social media, those have bigger impacts on eating disorders than pageantry.
Yeah, that's right. I totally agree with you on that. But you know what, Iman? That's what you are actually telling is about the sizes. It's basically what is the pageantry is now advocating for, because um, before this era, actually, before this say before the era of millennium, actually there are actually some beauty queens that are definitely well, it's not definitely, I'm sorry for the word, that there were actually some beauty queens who were suffering from anorexia.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't want to mention names, so I don't want to drop names, but there were actually, and according to their interviews, it is due to the pressure that they could
Yeah.
actually get from people, from the
Mhm.
fans. So that is why they tend to instead of making some disciplines, instead of doing some disciplines on themselves, they tend to um, how shall I say, parang ano bang tawag doon sa even sa Tagalog nakalimutan ko, pinaparusahan ng sarili. Ayun.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm sorry to hear
Yeah.
that. That's super sad,
Mm-mm.
but I'm glad. I mean, let's celebrate the diversity that we now have come to embrace as an
Yeah,
industry. And maybe this is also a lesson to the fans. Now, let's all be kinder and less critical of
that's
these
right. Mm-hmm.
women, especially
Mm-mm,
if it's
that's
just
right.
something like appearance. Let's focus
Mm-mm.
more on who they are inside.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, hopefully we could also learn from this, no? Yung tayong mga pageant enthusiasts,
Yeah.
hoping we'll learn how to appreciate instead, 'di ba?
Yes.
Mm-mm, ayun. Huh. By the way, Eman, we could actually talk about social issues in here. So let me start with poverty. What can you say about poverty that we are all experiencing right now?
Yeah. Poverty in our country, to begin with, it has been one of our main issues for years, even before the pandemic hit. And
Mm-mm,
with the advent of COVID and the lockdowns, this I believe and I've seen with my own two eyes has really exacerbated the abject poverty that so many people are already subjected to. And I
Mm-mm.
believe that this is really a wake up call for our nation. There are so many things that need to be done. I'm
Mm-mm.
praying that everyone is able to elect leaders that really care about alleviating the condition of the poorest of the poor. You know, I see people
Yeah.
rising up. Like, I just want to commend Vico Soto, who really makes sure, Isco Moreno, people like this who really try and change the
Mm-mm.
situation and for the people who are suffering. But you know, there need to be systemic changes in our nation in order to quash poverty. And yes, it's a long shot, but at least
Mm-mm.
let's try to alleviate it for now
Mm-mm.
and ameliorate their situation. So for me, what would really help with poverty is number one, education. Of course, we all know that, and there are so many advocates for education. And number two, I believe that it is important that we have a reproductive health bill. Um, set, that we have education about reproductive health. That would be so important, so that we teach, you know, children, yes, number one, the value of abstinence. Number two, um, that's my personal belief, you know, is that
Yeah.
abstinence before marriage is very valuable, and then to
Mm-hmm.
respect the sanctity of marriage. But also, you know, to those people in very poor situations, we need to provide them with alternatives so that they have a way of managing, you know, and family planning.
I totally agree with you on what you have just mentioned regarding abstinence, because this is already going normal. It's actually turning like a norm to everyone that in a relationship it's always a part of it.
Yeah.
The
Well, yeah, I kind of go against the grain. You know, people
Mm-mm.
may make fun of me for this, but I don't. And I believe that it is beautiful in the context of marriage, and it is
Yes.
possible. It is very possible for you to abstain and to protect yourself and your sanctity. And yeah, it's
Mhm.
a big part of my spiritual journey as well.
Yeah, that's actually very true because, as far as I know, that's basically the best gift for a couple in order for them to procreate, in order to multiply. Eh, and para sa akin, it's never really a norm. It's never really a part of, um, how shall I say, immature relationship, right? Kahit na kasi sabihin pa natin mature, it's never part of a premarital relationship, if I may have to say. Mm-mm. 'Di ba?
That, yeah,
Nahiya ako.
that goes against the
Oh,
grain, really.
yeah, that's right.
It's not society's popular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that we should respect each other. If this is my opinion, if this is your opinion, that people should respect
Mm-mm-mm.
it. And yeah, there are very good reasons for it. There are many psychological benefits as well.
Mm-mm, that's right. That's right. Oh, well, it's not only psychological benefits, but of course,
Emotional.
it's more of, yeah, emotional and spiritual.
Yeah.
It's becoming more spiritual, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Abstinence. Mhm. Whew, 'di ba? Kumusta
Interesting
guys?
topic.
Okay lang ba kayo? So, you have mentioned as well about education. In your own little way, Eman, how can you help improve the education sector in the country?
In my own little way, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have really good friends who are modern day heroes who are trying to help provide children with access to education. Lalo na during the pandemic, we have, you know, online learning, and not everybody can afford the technology
Mm-hmm.
necessary for online learning, diba? So I have friends, kahit nasa Ireland sila, he's a nurse in Ireland, and he put up an
Mm-hmm.
organization that raises funds to buy tablets and provide children, less fortunate children, with tablets to be
Mm-hmm.
able to study online in these changing times. So, and daming mga modern day heroes talaga na nag-rise up and starting initiatives to help people to get educated. So for me, what I can help to do is what I've been doing, partnering with these organizations and helping to raise funds to send kids to school, to advocate, maybe to use my platform and my voice to promote the importance and the value of education,
Mhm.
and to tell people that there's always a way. You find time for the things that you value, and that there are people, if you need help, reach out to organizations. There are people who are willing to sponsor you along the way, people who value education as well, and who care about creating a good future for you.
Whew. Diba? And can you just elaborate to us your advocacy since you already mentioned your advocacy?
Okay,
Mhm.
so my advocacy is I'm an anti-trafficking warrior, and
Mhm.
for years I have been advocating against modern day slavery or human trafficking, but particularly I want to focus on the online sexual exploitation of children, which has tripled actually over the quarantine. And tayo ngayon, ang Pilipinas, kung sino pa yung Christian nation, tayo yung naging epicenter ng online exploitation of children worldwide. So people from Europe, America, everywhere, they're paying Filipino children to be exploited and abused online, really. So it's a grave concern, and it's not getting the attention that it deserves. And we
Mhm.
have amazing organizations who are really fighting also, and rescuing and rehabilitating, sheltering these children, educating them, and creating a better future for them. So these are the people that through this pageant, I would like to use the platform to spread information about them, to try and fight this with the organizations that are doing so much on their behalf.
I find this very unique because I haven't heard anyone actually advocating about human trafficking. So, I'm really looking forward on how you're gonna do this and how you're going to prosper on this advocacy. And we are already raining with questions on our comment section. So let me
Yeah.
just pick a question in here. Okay. So here's one question coming from Kyle Isabel Alzaro Panis. Hi, Miss Panis. The question is, what do you think is the biggest problem facing young people today? I think that's very relevant or related to what we just mentioned a while ago to what we were talking
Yeah.
about. Mhm.
Yeah, very much so. So to
Uh-huh.
answer your question, Kyle, thank you so much for sending it. I believe that the internet is both a blessing and a curse,
Mhm.
and that it is an avenue for so much good. Look, see, on the internet, we can now have virtual interviews where we can talk about important matters. We have the internet to disseminate information that can really help people. We've seen the internet being used for fundraisers, especially over
Mhm.
the quarantine where people were really struggling. Pero at the same time, for me, it's a double-edged sword kasi it is also a point of comparison where we look at other people's lives and we're like, oh no, suddenly we're discontent with our own lives. We become dissatisfied with who we are or what we have. So we strive to be either to level with or to be better than the people that we see online. So for me, and then we forget that these are just the best versions of the people that they project. They don't
Mhm.
show the darkness in their lives. They only want to show the good side. So tayo, may unrealistic expectation tayo of life, and even of humanity, what it means to be human, because we see these perfect versions of people online. So
Mhm.
for me, the biggest problem that really is facing young people today is social media and the internet, the responsible use of social media and the internet. Sana we can find a way not to be able to hone these and harness what we have, the tools that we have, for the betterment of society, and even for the betterment of ourselves.
Yeah, that's basically correct. Looking back, looking back before this, so internet had eaten up the world. No, parang napakasimple ng buhay back then.
Yeah, naalala ko pa.
I don't know. I don't know if you could still remember that way back in the 90s, even in the 90s, early
Early
2000, right?
2000s, wala pa.
Yeah, wala pa. So, napakasimple ng buhay back then, mga 2005, 2006, okay pa yung mga wala pang mga ganitong issues na nangyayari sa online, di ba? there was an internet but it wasn't used for something like this, di ba?
Yeah, wala pang
Mm-mm.
social media platforms. Ang ginagamit
Mm-mm.
pa namin dati for the internet, when I started using it, I learned how to code. So, natuto
Mm-mm.
ako ng HTML, CSS. Yun yung mga pinagkakaabalahan ng mga bata noon with the
Mm-mm.
advent of the internet, no? Wala pang mga
Mm-mm.
social. I feel like even social media can stunt the growth of a lot of people. Like,
Mm-mm.
imbis na mag-explore sila and mag-hone ng various skills and talents, nasa stuck sila sa phones nila, nagsuscroll. Kasi
That's
immediate
right.
gratification yun eh.
Oo. At nawawala actually yung um, personal attachment, 'di ba? Sa
Yeah.
kausap, mga ganyan.
Mm.
Mm. Nawawala yung intimacy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kaya
Ayun.
guys, limit your social media.
I think this is very ano ba to? Woman
Ooh.
empowerment question coming from Louis J. Besad. Am I reading it correctly? Um, how different would the world be if women were to rule the world? Women empowerment.
You know, right now the representation of women in government is not very high. Sobrang liit ng percentage ng women who are
Mm-mm.
in power talaga. And I believe that the world that we have today would be completely like 180 if women were to rule, because we innately are nurturing, innately we are compassionate and caring. Not to say that men are not, but to an increasing degree. This is who God made women to be, no?
Mm-mm.
And I yes, women are also, you know, we're just as competent as men. We're just as smart, we're just as capable, we're just as wise. And I believe that if women were to rule the world, there would be a touch more of a nurturing spirit and of a compassionate spirit and of kindness, that things would not sink into chaos like people think, or like I've heard some people say, because of women's emotions or whatever weakness you perceive we have, because that is our strength. Our
Mm-mm.
emotions are our strength, and we feel for other people. We're empathetic. So if women were to rule the world, it would be such a beautiful, colorful, and God willing, kind place.
Yes, that's right. So, equality is, di ba?
Yep.
So, actually, there's another question in here coming from Kyle, which is somehow related to that, but in contradictory. So, what would you say to someone that says pageantry degrades women?
Mm.
So,
You know, I used to be of the opinion, I was, you know, a staunch feminist and not really understanding what that
mm,
meant or how pageantry fit into the picture there. And I did consider pageantry like, you know, people would tell me when I was a teenager or when I was in my early 20s, oh, you should join pageants. And I said, I don't want you to objectify me. You know, that was the response that I had. And then
mhm,
but that's because I didn't fully understand what pageantry had evolved to become. And really what
mm,
it is it's a platform for empowering women and
mhm,
for shedding light on incredible women. You know, you have doctors, you have lawyers, you have musicians, you have so many different professionals who are on the stage. You know, pageantry is not just the whole life of most of these people. You know, you have
mm,
journalists, you have actors. Sobrang gagaling ng mga babae and accomplished sila, and very intelligent, well-rounded, talented. So for me, there's no way that you can view that as degrading women, when in fact it is giving them a platform to shine, to
mm.
showcase the incredible women that they are, and to even grow. Because I have witnessed even my own personal growth and the growth of my friends in the pageant because of pageantry. So far from it, for me, it empowers women.
Hi, Shyla. Shyla is
Shyla!
here.
Hello! Thanks for
Shyla, we'll have you
joining.
soon.
Yes,
We'll
ikaw na
have you next
next.
week. Oh my God. My God, Shyla. Ayun, so, um, where we where were we? Nakalimutan ko na nawala ako. Ayun. Na-excite ako kay Shyla. Sorry. Sorry guys, na-excite ako kay Shyla. Anyway, yung ano nga yung there's
Pressure
actually
ko
a
bigla na
misunderstanding. Yeah. There's actually a misunderstanding on feminism, on the thoughts of feminism. Kasi kapag sinasabi kasing feminist, ganyan, or feminism, it's more about women lang. Parang nakakalimutan na may point ang feminism to push women for empowerment talaga.
Yeah.
Yun. Mm. Hindi ibig sabihin guys na kapag feminist ka na purely femininity, pro-woman lang, ganyan. And, feminism kasi is looking for equality.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
hindi siya yung ibig sabihin na kapag ka feminist, ganyan, or feminist, oh yeah, kapag ka feminist, anti-masculinity na. Parang
Yeah.
ganon. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Hindi yun yung ibig sabihin niya na kapag ka
Yeah.
kunyari nasa pageantry ka, you're being objectified. No, it's not. That you are commodified. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi nasa babae pa rin naman yun. Diba? If you allow it, then definitely nasa iyo pa rin yun. Self-control.
The word of the night, self-control.
Yes. I just love that. I think I also used that last night with Tricia. So we were talking about it last night as well. Ayun, self-control. Kasi nga, may nagtanong tungkol doon sa premarital din. So, yeah, and, napag-usapan din namin yung self-control. Ayun.
Mm.
Ayun. So, actually, I have a question on that as well. You mentioned a while ago that you you had a different point of view, or you had a different, how shall I say, you have a different knowledge on pageantry, di ba? So, what was the turning point at which you decided to cross over to pageantry?
Mm. Well, it was in 2019 when I first was about to join Miss World. I really wanted to join in 2019. And I found out kasi that the Miss World international competition really decided to focus on advocacies. And they even did away with the swimsuit competition para, well, Julia Morley says kasi these women are professionals and hindi sanay yung mga family na tumitingin sa kanila na they see, your doctor, your lawyer in a swimsuit, diba? And she said
Mm-mm.
swimsuits are beautiful on the beach, which I agree, but
Mm-mm.
for the stage, maybe not so much. So this is why I really love the Miss World organization, because they really care about the women, what their advocacies are, what they care about, and like how talented they are, how well-rounded they are. Diba? There's
Mm-mm.
talent and sports challenges as well. There's even a head-to-head debate. So for me, like everything that I stand for was so in line with the Miss World organization, which is why I decided to join the specific pageant as well. And medyo sad nga lang na it's so late in my life. Well, at least in my pageantry shelf life na I'm 26 na, about to hit the age limit. But for me, it'll be worth it because even if I don't win a crown, even if I just, if I join this pageant lang, number one, I've grown so much and I've learned so much and I've made incredible friends. And also, like, I'm speaking up about something that not a lot of people know about, that people are not
Mm-mm.
aware of, which is with online sexual exploitation of children. And I'm doing it
Mm-mm.
proudly because I believe that this is a problem that needs to be solved and that God cares about every single child that is currently
Yes.
being abused. And so we have
Mm-mm.
to do
That's
our
right.
part to get it to end.
Yeah, that's right. Kaya nga sabi ko kanina, it was really very unique that you are advocating for human trafficking, especially, in particular, the cyber, cyber sex, or yeah, especially that's for that's especially it's for the children. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Mm-mm.
so sad, no, Francois,
Oh,
because a lot of the children are actually sold into slavery by their own parents,
yes.
thinking
Yes,
that this is
that's
the
right.
only way they can feed their families. So, like, if we could if we could all rally together to be a voice for
Mm.
them, to inform people of the warning signs, to give people information about numbers they can call if they suspect that people are being abused nearby. This is Then I've done my part. If we can at least make a tiny bit of a change.
Mm. How long have you been doing this?
Well, since I started getting involved with this particular advocacy in 2017.
Hmm.
Yeah.
At least it's already parang solid na siya while working with Miss World Philippines, no?
It's
Hmm.
important that you're authentic for me, ha, like in,
Yes,
in everything, not just in pageantry, but in everything, social media, your career, everything. It's important to be
oo.
authentic because you're doing a disservice to yourself and to the world if you are trying to be someone that you're not.
Okay, so we have another question in here.
Hey.
So coming from Avi Dacker, I don't know if I
Hello,
uh,
hello,
did I
hello.
pronounce it
Hey.
correctly.
I think
So
it's
some
A.
Ave, yeah,
Yes.
Ave Dacker, yeah. So some countries in this world experience terrorist attack, like Israel from the past month ago.
Yeah.
What is your message to those terrorists that commit attack? Also with the community itself.
Yeah. This is really heavy for me because I'm always one who believes that things can be settled with love and with kindness, and that in fact my principle in life is that everything should be done with love. And so if I had a message to them, I would tell them that if possible, let's number one be empathetic. Let's put ourselves in other people's shoes before we act. And
Mhm.
number two, let's never forget to love the people around us, because at any point in time it could be us who's experiencing the attack. So let love and kindness and empathy take precedence over everything.
What do you think is the root cause of this?
Well, who's to say? Who's to say why people do what they do?
Mhm.
But I just believe that if we were able to prioritize empathy and love, if this goes for anything, every issue in the world, then, and if we could really just put ourselves in other people's shoes, then we would not be facing many of what we are today. Love over even our own personal agendas.
Wow. Actually, we still have some more questions in here. So
Oh,
let me just pick one. All right, here you go. Are you ready?
okay.
Hi, my name is JV Kanta. I'm a personality development trainer and an online streamer. And I have a question for Iman, and it goes like this. What do you think is the biggest problem that we have in the world right now that is stopping us from beating this global pandemic in a much faster pace?
There you go.
Grabe! Ang ganda ni Mama JV. Nako. So the question was, what is the biggest problem in the world that is stopping us from, overcoming this
For
pandemic?
overcoming this pandemic, yeah. Mhm.
I feel like, to begin with, this is uncharted territory for everyone. Most people, this is their first time to ever deal with a worldwide pandemic. And in the
Mhm.
beginning, I paid a courtesy call to the Taguig City Hall kanina. So I met the mayor, and what they were saying is like, they were reminiscing about the beginning of COVID, where wala pa tayong
Mhm.
information about it. Parang, or limited lang talaga. And hindi sigurado what was true, what was not. We were battling fake news. So kahit paglalabas ka ng bahay, parang takot na takot ka, you don't know what to do. And like coming back in the house, parang sanitize ka talaga. And it's true because
Uh,
connecting that to the question, this is unknown to everyone. Like COVID, we're only starting to really get a feel of the disease and its repercussions and how it spreads and all the scientific information now. And even as soon as we feel like we have a grasp on it, nagmutate, may bago na namang kailangang i-aral na information.
true.
So, number one, what's really holding us back is just the lack of everyone's experience with a global pandemic.
Mm-mm.
Because if this is something we had gone through before, okay, madali lang yan. We know this, ganito ang gagawin because we've done it before. But also because of not really knowing what to do. We're kind of grasping in the dark. In the beginning, we were not able to set lockdowns or to shut things down immediately because we were still struggling. And I think this is also still a big struggle, which is preventing us from really overcoming COVID, is like the health industry, the health sector, and the economic sector really trying to strike that perfect balance where we are doing things that are still able to keep the economy running, but at the same time that we keep our health protocols intact. So ganun nga yung, it's really the struggle between the economic sector and the health sector, and trying to find that happy medium and the perfect middle ground. And yun lang. And this is all, again, for me, I try to be understanding of our world leaders, because this is our first time to go through something like this.
Wow. Diba? What else can I say? Okay, we have another question here. I hope, ang daming questions kasi, Iman eh. So,
Talaga?
oo. So, ito pa yung question. Okay.
Hi, I'm Ming Ambas Bailon, a pageant blogger and at the same time, pageant enthusiast. And my question is for Emmanuelle Vera. At this hard time, how could you apply to this pandemic the slogan of the beauty pageant that you're joining, Beauty with a Purpose?
Grabe, I love the questions naman. Thank you guys for sending them in. You're really jogging my brain. So, for me, how would I apply in this difficult time beauty with a purpose? I believe is how I would apply it every other period of my life, whether there's a pandemic or not. And that is always never to be concerned just about the appearance, but beauty is really honing and creating a beautiful person inside, because this is where it truly matters. What I always say is this is your shell. So true beauty is not just external, it's about the whole person that you are in here, and your spirit. So beauty with a purpose is to, number one, make sure that you are beautiful inside where it matters. You're treating people well and with kindness, that you are putting people above yourself and always assuming a servant's heart. And number two is the purpose is to always make sure na may isisilbi ka. I hope my Tagalog is right, but you can be of service to other people. So over the pandemic, I made amazing new friends who put up their own initiatives talaga. One of them is actually an old friend. Her name is Bem, and what she did was she raised funds online. She and her friends raised funds online to distribute food packs to jeepney drivers who had been out of work for a long time. And when we were there, what I did for them, what I helped them with, is I used my talent in cookies to be able to raise funds for them. So I sold cookies and donated the funds. And when we went to distribute the food packs, ang sinasabi ng mga tanods doon sa area nila is na, ay, buti na lang po, salamat at nagbigay kayo dito para hindi sila magre-resort sa mga crimes to feed
That's
their
right.
families. So that's one. I'm really thankful for these people. Another one is Be the One, which is another initiative that was started by the youths. And these guys, what they did was that they put up also an online fundraiser and were able to distribute funds and food to not only our urban poor dito sa Manila, but even the poor communities in Iloilo, in the province, na hindi talaga nakakatanggap ng ayuda from the government. So for me, in this time, how I apply beauty with a purpose is also to make sure that I am connecting with people who have the same vision as me, and help each other in order to serve and give back to our communities, to make sure that everyone is okay in this time, at least whatever little bit of contribution that we can give back to them. So this for me is the essence of beauty with a purpose, is always to be of service to your communities.
Diba? What else? What else can we say about that?
Wala na kasi ang daldal ko eh.
Actually, in connection to that, since we've been talking about pandemic, so hindi lang naman yung poverty ang affected, right? So, um, one of the most affected in everyone is our psychological.
Yep.
So, here's a question. I'm pulling up a question coming from Antoinette. That's right, right?
Antoinette.
Antoinette Gakayan. So, uh, what advice would you like to give to a person experiencing depression or anxiety right now?
Hmm. Depression and anxiety are really pervasive problems. Yes, before the pandemic, but even still, and slowly we're growing as a community to destigmatize mental
Mm-mm.
illnesses and mental struggles, mental handicaps, and I understand what it's like to be in that position because I've been there many times. And when you are there, it's easy to believe the lie, no, that there is no better tomorrow. That this is hanggang dito lang talaga. I'm hopeless and the future is dark. And so in my opinion, sorry, the advice that I would give them is to keep your head up, and I don't mean this in a cliche manner. I mean literally have hope for a better tomorrow because it will come. This is not the end of the world. That whatever you're experiencing right now, yes, it feels paralyzing and it feels gripping, but just know that there is a better tomorrow and just focus on the hope that, ay nako, someday magbabago din yung sitwasyon, na there is a chance na things will get better. And when you keep that as your mindset, when you have that sort of outlook, it'll help you to push past it. And also, please get a good community and support system because this is what is essential for overcoming, or at least for helping you get through mental illnesses such as depression and anxiety.
Yeah,
What
this actually the most difficult or somehow yeah, the most difficult to fight with,
Yeah.
no?
Yep.
It's already emotional. So walang ano to, parang napakahirap hanapan ng solution. But people around you, people, especially your family and friends, these are actually the best people that could help you, that could help us actually to somehow get over with depression.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep in
Yeah.
touch. Di ba?
Definitely.
Keep in
And
touch.
move. Make sure you're
Ganon.
eating right. Make sure you're moving, getting
Yes.
exercise. Our
Oo.
bodies were not created to sit still long,
And of
forever and ever.
course, yes, and of course, don't spend too much time on social media kasi yan ang nakaka-depress. Diba?
Kanina pa tayo, diba?
That's right.
Uy,
Diba?
that comment you flashed, that's Erich. Hello, Erich. Thank you for
Hi,
joining us.
Erich. I
Erich
thought
is
Erich
from
Gonzalez. Yeah.
No, Eric
Yeah.
Espinosa. He's from PCMN, or the Philippine Children's Ministries
Mm-mm.
Network, and these guys are also ending OSEC, little by
Yeah.
little.
Natuwa sila dun sa Antoinette. Yeah,
That's fun, yes.
French name kasi eh. French name kasi 'di ba? Antoinette.
Just like Francois.
Yeah, that's right. Antoinette is actually the feminine for Antoine,
Mm-hmm.
'di ba?
Yep.
Kung sa Tagalog Antonio.
Tonyo.
Yung Antoinette, Antonia. Oh.
Antoine. Shala ng
'Di
mga
ba?
French, no?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's move forward. Eman. Actually, there are still more questions in here, but
Talaga?
yeah, there are still more questions actually on our comment box. Do you still want to continue these questions?
Pwede. Dapat ata may timer ako eh. Parang ding ding ding,
Kung sa
time's up.
bagay, kung sa bagay bumabawi tayo sa ano natin kanina.
Ay, oo. Sorry, guys. Technical
Sige.
difficulties.
Yeah, bumabawi tayo sa technical difficulties. So, here's another question coming from Kyle again. What is one thing that we would know about you just by looking at you?
Just by looking at me.
Mhm.
One thing that we would not know about you just by... Okay. Hindi kasi halata pag nag-interview ako or nagpe-present ako ng sarili ko online, but I'm very cowboy. Super cowboy ko talaga. Like, hindi... Through pageantry ko lang natututo kung paano maging babae. Like, as in, swear, super chill lang ako. Very relaxed, very, yung mga friends ko nga sinasabi, di ko in-expect na mag-pageantry ka kasi napaka-chill mong tao. So, I guess by
Mm.
looking at me, you wouldn't expect that I'm super cowboy, super kulit, super, parang, I'm a 5-year-old trapped in the body of a 26-year-old. Ganon.
Ah. Natawa ako dun na. I think we have to entertain this question. It's actually coming from a friend of mine. He's a designer from Nueva Vizcaya. So here's
Mm.
a question coming from Michael Barasi. What can a mother learn from her daughter?
Well, that's a great question. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Sir Michael Barassi. What
Thank
can
you,
a mother learn?
Michael. Yeah.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like,
Sorry.
bakit?
Nakatkaata kita.
No, go lang.
Oo.
Okay. So I feel like if we always keep an open mind and maintain a humble attitude, that we can really learn from anyone, even the most unexpected of people, even the most unexpected of circumstances. And mothers have so much to learn from their daughters as well, because when you're when you're a mother, you've gone through life, you're a little bit jaded. Minsan, you've gone through pretty much everything that there is to go through, and you feel as if parang your reaction toward it is just, it is nonchalant na. But when you're a child, the way you approach the world is with open eyes and parang with excitement, with a glimmer in your look. And that is one thing that parents can learn from their children, specifically mothers from daughters, is how to approach life as a child and to always be in awe and wonder of the good things in life. And also curiosity. Grabe yung curiosity ng mga bata, no? Pag matanda na tayo, ay, okay na yan, I know a little bit about this. But when you're a kid, you really want to explore, and like, grabe, ang ganda i-adopt yung mga qualities na yon about a child that just keep you forever young.
Yeah, kasi nga, 'di ba? I mean, kalimutan. Natutuwa ako dito
Natatawa
sa
ka sa mga
nag-comment.
sa mga
Sa
comments.
nag-comment, oh. Yung having the childlike in you kasi, it's not making you childish. It's not making you
Mm,
childish. But that's actually making you appreciate things, yung mga simple things, kahit, and making you as well braver. Kasi nga, ganun ang bata na they try anything, di ba? Yung mga nakikita nila,
mm,
they always try to
correct.
do something, they try to discover something in everything they see, di
Yep.
ba? So, that's being a childlike, not a childish. So, yun ang magkaiba. Hindi, may
Love
nagtatampo kasi.
it.
Ayan o, si Joey. Ewan ko, ito ata
Hi,
yung question
Joey.
niya. What is
Okay.
your edge nga to the other candidate knowing that there are repeaters?
So, Joey, my edge nga is...
What is your edge nga to the other candidate?
Okay.
And the nga is dalawa ha.
So,
That
this
are
question is it's
knowing
always
that there
so
are repeaters,
hard.
knowing
Uh,
that there are repeaters and pageant veterans. So, kanina
mm,
pa raw niya tinatanong, hindi ko tinatanong. I'm sorry, Joey, ha?
Ayan, nag-sorry na siya. Okay na kayo. So for me, I think that, you said it yourself, that there
Mm,
are so many repeaters and pageant veterans. Halos lahat have already experienced pageantry in
mm,
some form and to whatever degree. I think that what I have to offer to pageantry is my fresh eyes. I'm not rehearsed, not to say that I'm unprepared, but I'm very raw and unrehearsed, and whoever I am and whatever I bring to the table will be something new for sure. And I believe that my edge is also that I've spent years doing things now very relevant to pageantry. So whoever, like the person that I am right now as a candidate, this is my authentic self that I've spent years building. So
mhm.
yeah, and that is what I have to offer.
Ayun na ha, Joey, nasagot na ni Eman. Actually, Eman, there's still one question in here coming from your supporter and I want to play
What?
this for you once again. Just for the last time. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I have a question for Emmanuel. How will you encourage people that is experiencing anxiety and depression during this pandemic?
I think we've already answered this.
Isa.
Yeah, I think.
Thank you, Isa, for that
uh,
question.
but I think you've already answered this, right? Diba?
Yeah,
Kanina
we,
we
we
talk
we answered it
about.
already.
Uh, we talk
Just reminding
about.
them of hope and
Uh,
like having a good support system, and also that there are ito, if I can just add something so as to answer this question, there are always physical and practical things
hmm,
that you can do to help your mental health. And it may seem hard, it may seem like, because when you have depression and anxiety, kahit yung mga simple na bagay mahirap gawin.
mm-mm,
Kahit shower man yan, brushing teeth, walking outside, mahirap talaga siya gawin, and it feels like you're pushing a boulder. And so I would encourage you to press past the hardship and to do what you know is good for you. And hopefully that will help your situation and give you a brighter day, a brighter week, and eventually, as you form habits that are good for your mental health, a better life.
yeah. So once again, avoid overspending on social media.
Hindi nakakatulong.
Ayan. So let's move forward, Eman. I know that I'm actually excited for this, and I hope you do as well.
Okay.
So this is the game that I've mentioned earlier. So
Yay!
it's an activity. So it's we call it pick a box. So I prepared at least 6 boxes for you to choose from. Um, I I just want you to choose at least 3 boxes, and let me explain. And the mechanics is actually, let me just pull that muna. Okay. Mhm.
Game time for
Yes, it's
Friday.
game time. Yes. So there you go. It's pick a box game. So I have 6 boxes in here, just like what I have mentioned earlier, Iman. Okay, and then all you have to do is choose a box, choose a box you want. Okay, you're of your choice, of course, and then for each box there is a corresponding word or words, and then all you have to do is make a reaction, make comments if you like to, or give some opinions on it. All right,
Okay.
are we good with that?
Yes.
Okay, so here we go. The 6 boxes. So can you
Four.
start to pick one? Number 4,
Yes, please.
bullying.
Bully. Akala ko game talaga to. Okay. So, bullying. Seryoso pa pala. Okay. So, bullying. For me, bullying is, it's sad because it is someone projecting their own insecurities on another person to make
Mhm,
themselves feel better. I do believe that that is what bullying is, and that people who are bullies are, they need to be, number one, to focus on fixing that insecurity, or to getting to the root cause, getting help for their insecurities. But they cannot continue to take things out on other people, because even the smallest amount of bullying, whether in the form of words, whether physically, whatever it is, it can leave an impact on people's lives for years to come. And me, I'm 26, but sometimes I still look back at how I had been bullied before as a child,
mhm,
and it still hurts me. Even sometimes when people say negative things about you online that are so unnecessary, people who don't even know you or your personality will call you
mhm,
terrible names. For me, that is, it sticks with you. So before
mhm,
we bully, as adults, I'm addressing adults right now. Sometimes children don't know better, and we need it's a whole other ballpark, helping children get through bullying and stop being bullies. But
mhm,
for adults, people who are of age and who know what they're doing, I encourage, and I actually really implore you not to bully, to think before you say something negative about someone else, about the lasting effect that you could leave on this person's life.
That's right. Actually, it's not only for a particular gender or what. This is happening to everyone.
Yep.
hmm Okay, so let's move to another box.
Okay. Let's go for two.
Number two, mental health
Oof.
suicide. Mental health
Ang
and
bibigat
suicide.
ng mga napipili ko. Okay. So, um, I've been in a position,
Mm-hmm.
in my first year of college, I was going through a lot. It was overwhelming to me, and I had been battling depression since I was young. It was an uphill battle, but there was a point in my life where I really felt like I couldn't handle it anymore, and suicide was, thoughts that were in my head, and they would haunt me talaga. And the reason I thought that is because I felt like death would be easier than living another day with my mental
Yes.
illness. And
Mm-hmm.
so it is my hope that everyone who is considering suicide, first of all, my heart goes out to you. I'm devastated, and I wish you weren't going through that. But if you are contemplating it, I really pray that you are able to find a support system and a network of people who love you, who you can confide in, and who can help you through this, because there is a better day tomorrow. There is, whether it's tomorrow or in the future, just press on and you will make it out. Things will get better. And I really hope
This
that you're able to overcome.
this is really very heavy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's
Ooh.
it's a real problem that faces a lot of people today. It's not something we can just ignore.
Yeah, that's right. And the last box you want to open?
Okay, sana light naman to. You wanna give me a hint? Yung
um, why don't
Sige,
we
five.
try number six?
Oh, six. Ayan. Yay!
Let's see.
Tinulumin na ako.
Oh! Palitan na lang natin. Ito, five. Mabigat din ang
Ganun
religious
pa rin
conflict.
lahat talaga. Okay, let's just okay. Let's go with number five. That was my
Ah,
original
ito na
choice
lang.
anyway.
Hmm. Ito na
Same-sex
lang.
marriage.
Yes.
Mm, okay. Well, I believe that
Mas light, di ba?
it's lighter. I think
Mm.
God loves everybody equally. He really
Yes.
does, and
Mm.
that we cannot continue to be hateful toward
Mhm.
the LGBT community. It is not something that is tolerable, and it is not even like Jesus would would love the sinners, and he really would go
Mm.
and spend time with them, and would tell them, that they were accepted, that he who is perfect can throw the first stone. Only he who is perfect can throw the first stone. So before we start being judgmental and discriminating against other people, let's check ourselves first. And with regard to same-sex marriage, I do believe that there are benefits, legal benefits to same-sex marriage, and that we owe it to our LGBT community to protect those benefits. And so I do not have a problem with the legalization of same-sex marriage civilly, civil same-sex marriage.
Yeah. I think there's actually, in my own opinion, there's actually a misunderstanding when it comes to same-sex marriage, because when you speak of marriage, we are referring to, well, church and the civil marriage. Normally, that's what's coming in our mind. So, me as well, I it would be all right for me if it's just a civil marriage, but not going far to church marriage, because I really can't. Just to be honest.
We should respect also the separation between the church and the state, and that they should
Mm,
both be able to decide for themselves,
yes.
what's best.
That's right. So that's it, Eman. So I hope you liked it, and I hope you have fun with it. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed. And to everyone, to all our viewers, sobrang thank you.
Yeah, our viewers are actually very active. So thank you so much for tuning in and for staying with us for more than
Yeah.
an hour already.
Grabe. Thanks for spending your Friday
Yeah.
night with us.
So, Eman, would you like to give any
Ay,
message to
Friday na ba?
anyone? Yeah. Thursday.
Thursday? Oh
Mm,
my gosh, kanina pa ako
mm.
Friday night ng Friday night.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, Thursday
Mhm,
pala.
mhm,
So,
mhm.
any message?
So,
Ayun. Thank
yes.
you guys. Sorry na ano ako natulala ng saglit. Thank you
Mhm.
guys so much to all our viewers, to all the Pageant Mag followers. Thank you for being here, for joining us, and for the never-ending support that you guys have sent me. I really not only appreciate it, but it really helps me get by, and it really eggs me on and pushes me to be the best version of myself that I can be. I love you guys, and I appreciate you. And Francois, thank you so much. Thank you for having me for a great
You're
time.
welcome. You're very much welcome, Eman. And yeah, thank you as well to Miss World Philippines organization for allowing us to have you tonight, especially to Sir
Mama
Arnold
Ruth.
Vegafrie and of course Mama Rooster Arnold Mercado. Thank you really, really very so. Thank you so much really. Okay, so Eman, the episode doesn't end with that because we also have something for you. And there are also some people in here that want to give some words of encouragement for you. Okay?
Oh,
Are you ready?
yes.
So here we go.
Imam, I love you and I'm so proud of you. You made it this far. I know you're going to do great and I know you're going to win this thing. You're so amazing. You're going to do amazing things in this competition. I hope you win and I know you're going to win. I love you, Elle. You're going to do amazing things and I really, really, really can't wait to see. Love you. Good luck. Best wishes.
Hey Al, super proud of you. I know how hard you've been working. I know how much this means to you. I'm really excited for you. Praying. I know you got this.
Good luck.
Hi, Emmanuelle. We were really happy that we have an opportunity to send you some well wishes and support on this new journey. And I know it's a new journey, but at the same time, it's almost like a culmination of all the gifts and talents that you've been honing over the years. And you're able to put them to good use for something that's dear to your heart, your advocacy. So we're very proud of you. And through the highs and lows of this new journey, I really pray that you would remember that you're here to shine for God's glory. You can count on our prayers, our love, and our support, and we're cheering you all the way. We love you.
Hi, Emmanuelle. I'm proud of you, and I'm so blessed watching you live out your dreams. You know that God has a great plan for you, to bless you and to prosper you, to give you a future and a hope. Trust God always, and remember,
Oh, I'm sorry, Eman. There's still some Eman.
It's okay. No worries.
It's just buffering.
My family. I love them
He
so
is the
much.
dreamer, and you are His dream. I love you always.
Hi, baby. I'm so proud of you for joining Miss World 2021. I am amazed at how perfect it is for you. You are extremely smart and very talented. You could sing, oh my god, you could sing, and you can talk. You even have an amazing walk. Oh, you're the winner in my eyes, man. I really don't think anyone can compete with you. I just want you to know this, and I want you to keep this at the front of your mind so that you won't think twice about it, so that you'll have the confidence, so that you can keep pushing forward and win that competition, because you have a whole bunch of people behind you that believe in you. Believe in yourself, believe that you can do it, and you'll be able to take it home easily. I just want to say how much I love you, and good luck and congratulations ahead of time, because I know you're gonna win it and bring it home. So make us all proud.
Thank you so much for doing that. How special naman.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much to the people behind it. And of course, I would like to thank your family for cooperating with
Yeah.
us. Yes. And of course, how shall I pronounce this? Post coronation or post coronation?
Yeah. Hey,
It's post
post
coronation.
coronation.
Yes, hello, post coronation. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you
Yeah.
for um thank you for staying. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm at a loss.
I love you
Yeah.
guys. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you once again. Thank you for tuning in, and yes, yeah, kindly please continue to follow our Facebook page and our YouTube channel, and we are also on Instagram and on TikTok. So thank you so much, guys, and
Thanks,
we hope
guys.
that we hope that you will stay with us again tomorrow, as we have another Miss World Philippines candidate to be
Wow.
with us.
Yay. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah, see, Dr. Shai will be on June 25.
Yay! Manonood ako. Abangan ko yan.
Thank you so much,
Bye,
guys.
guys. Good night. Tulog
Bye
na.
bye. Good night, and God bless you all.